Going through grief can be difficult. In fact, it was never God's intention that we would ever have to face death or loss of any kind. His original design for humans was that we would enjoy God and each other forever. But see, death, loss, and grief are a result of the fall when the first humans chose to go against God and take things into their own hands. Not only is grief hard for us, but it also makes God sad. Have you ever thought about that? Your loss and your grief hurts God's heart. There are many times in scriptures where we see the heart of God in seasons of grief. Listen to his response to those who are grieving. In Psalm 34, verse 18, he says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." And Psalm 147:3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and he binds up their wounds." See, God comes close to you when you're grieving and your heart is broken. He's not a distant God, but rather he comes close and he does two things from these verses. He saves and he heals. God cares that you're grieving. He sees your crushed spirit and he wants you to know that you're not alone. He's with you. His presence may not change the circumstances, but his presence will save you from being overwhelmed by them. See, his presence and kindness will heal your heart as you let him bind up your wound. So don't resist him. He's a good doctor. He's a great healer. As I said, it was never God's intent that we ever experience death or loss. And so not only does it grieve his heart, but he decided to do something about it. This is why Jesus came, to overcome death and heartache. Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, at the end of the Bible, describes God's ultimate plan to eradicate grief. It says, "He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." Isn't that great news? God will restore what Satan stole from us. He will make all things new, and he's going to wipe away death and grieving forever. But for now, while we wait for his return, he's with us in our grief. He is our comforter, he's our guide, and he's our helper. So whatever loss you're facing, don't go it alone. Allow God to come close to you, to heal and comfort you, and keep your hope in what is to come, because that's courageous living.